But besides all that, B, what have you been jamming since the last episode?
See, I think you listen to this as well, so I guess we could talk about it. You listen to the Benny EP?
Oh yeah, Excelsior.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
enjoyed it. B, I really
So,
enjoyed it.
so let's talk about it, B. We'll do a little mini,
I
little mini EP review.
Yeah, we
Oh,
haven't done one of those in a long while, but yeah, let's go
yeah.
ahead and get into it. But Excelsior by Benny the Butcher, 7 tracks, features from Premo, Harry
Hmm.
Fraud production, Derringer production, Boldy James on here, Styles P would a feature as well, and the Black Soprano family. B, was this on your radar of like knowing this was coming out this week?
No.
Okay, it
Um,
wasn't on mine either.
I think it got announced. Did it get announced Thursday?
I have no idea.
It was an
I don't
early
even think it was on that
announcement.
little thing I sent you to see what we was reviewing this week. I don't
Yeah,
even think it was on. I don't remember it being on there. It
I
could have
think it
been.
was on there. It
Okay.
said Benny. I think it said
Okay.
Benny the top. I could be wrong. But I think it
Okay.
was a late, like it was like later in the middle of the week. I won't know why I said early. But yeah, that's I was like, okay, I might check it out. I wasn't gonna check it out, B. But then I
Okay.
started thinking, let's see what Benny got cooking. So
Okay.
I went in, B. I listened to it twice so far. I gotta say, I'm liking it. Especially that one bar stuck out to me. I know which bar you think I'm talking about.
That J. Cole one.
Nah, that Freddie Gills one.
I don't remember. I remember him saying something
The
about Frank Gibbs, so I only
the
listened to it once. I'll be
no.
real with you. I only listened
Okay,
to it once.
okay. The last rap beef I got into, I gotta watch and I didn't sell it or whatever he was like.
Oh yes, I remember that. I was listening to this. B, I wanted to take my AirPod out and throw it when I heard that. I was like, how disrespectful of you. Got to put it back in
Hey,
though because this EP was jamming. I can't
it
lie.
was
I'm sorry, Frank.
hey,
I'm sorry.
hey, that intro, the corner, he sets the tone with that, bro, you know. And he
Hmm.
had I think no, not the corner. I am the
I know
program
what
because
you
the
mean. You was
corner,
talking about you
yeah,
was talking
yeah,
about
my
Mark
bad.
Common.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then he had Primo. I guess the Primo guy's the guy like, hey Benny, you know they ain't like me from New York, blah 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 blah. Benny the Butcher. And like Benny get on there and set the tone, rap, and I'm like, okay, he sounded good on this. And then sign language, okay, sign language, I like the song.
Mhm.
This is rare. This is a rare thing I'm about to say. Super rare.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I didn't really care for Harry Fraud production on that. I think it was that sample.
Mm.
It was that sample that whoever was, I don't know if it was a sample or a girl singing. I didn't rock with her vocally like on that. It just didn't feel right to me. Because the
Mhm.
first time I heard it, I thought it was like the first few seconds. I thought it was a Tim's flip. I thought it was an I'll wait for you flip for some reason. I was like,
Mhm.
dang, why did it sound like that? But then as I started, I'm like, oh, it's not. I'm bugging. Because like vocally, I don't know if she reminded me of Tim's. But I listened to, her, I'm like, I don't think I'm feeling the rapping. I'm just not feeling that whoever's singing on the track. It just kind of
Mhm.
threw off the song for me. But when you get into like what Money and Power, I like Benny on there. The girl on there, she had a look. No, she was cool on there. It just
Mhm.
didn't she didn't feel comfortable on there to me for some reason. I don't know if it was
Mhm.
how she was mixed or something, but it didn't hit me, V. I was like, huh? But Benny, I don't know. Benny's starting to sound like old Benny to me on some of this stuff, bro.
Mhm.
And then you go into Duffel Bag, which is probably my favorite track on here, bro. That
What
beat,
Bodie on there? Mm.
Benny was going, and then Bodie just, I'm telling you, see, Bodie gives you, he dropped this week too. I didn't listen to his
I know.
album, but
Look,
yeah, he
when did
dropped
he
like,
not? When does he not?
he dropped every week. But like, he was rap. It's just, Bodie's dope,
Hmm.
bro. I just can't listen to Bodie like every week. I can't listen to one of your albums, but
Hmm.
his verse on here, dope. And then Styles P, I feel like Styles P was like, this was his song. He felt like he was
Hmm.
on the hook. He had a mini verse in the beginning, had a verse at the end. I got what he said, he got some the size of a killer buffalo, whatever he was saying. He was,
Hmm.
Styles P. And then the last track with, I guess those two guys are a part of Benny's BSF
Yeah.
label. That was a good ending because both of those guys has dope verses and Benny had a dope verse too. So I think this was a really stellar EPB. What you think about it?
Like I said, I only did one listen this weekend, because there was just so much that came out this weekend. But for me, this project, I'm like, okay, I like Benny in this pocket because for me, when it comes to the Griselda sound, the Griselda movement, a lot of them, I don't need super long projects, especially if you're not like making a lot of like great songs for me to just bump on their own. But this right here, perfect in pocket. To me, this was a 7 out of 7. Like he was hitting it all out of the park for me.
Mhm.
First of all, like you said, that tone, the mood and the atmosphere that Benny was in on this project right here. I like the dark and grittiness, but Benny has such a charisma about him when he is rapping and he's doing his rapping performance. I'm just like, you just love it because he's giving you such great personality on these tracks when he is
Mhm.
rapping. Harry Fraud's production, I really enjoyed it. I like the tone that it went for on this project itself. Derringer, I'm not really used to his production, but I did like it here in this instance for Money and Power. Duffel Bag Hottie's Revenge. When it came to like Duffel Bag Hottie's Revenge to Toxic, I was like, oh, these are the gritty raps I love. And
Mhm.
then B, it ending off on BSF, I'm like, this is perfect for me. I don't
Mhm.
know, even though he did have his ad lib in there, Big Butchie. I'm like, all right, dog, you supposed to retire that with the last project, dog. What are we doing? B. I literally, as soon as he said that, I took my AirPod out. I'm like, yo, I started dying laughing. B. I'm like, don't
Say,
say Big Butchie on the track.
because I think he said it on sign language too, right? He said it on
I
like
forgot,
because on
but
sign
he
language
said it.
he said Butchie. I was like,
Yeah, and I'm
yeah.
just like, dog, like stop calling yourself that. like me, you know, when like that person, like you know, that you actually know, and they try to get off that nickname, like you're not getting this nickname off. Stop it. This is nasty. No one's calling you this. Ain't no one
Because
saying, hey, y'all heard of Big Butchie? No, I'm
be
not
nobody
saying.
be nobody gonna be like, yo, Butchie over there. Wow, like nobody gonna say, yo, Butchie fire. Like nobody
Facts.
saying that. Nobody
We
saying
would
that, bro.
only call him that if he got beat up by Freddie Gibbs. That's the only way we call it Benny the Butcher Butchie. That's the only
It's
way we
too
call him
it's
that.
it's too close to Bussy, bro. He gotta chill. So close to Bussy. That boy Butchie.
Well, overall, man, I really enjoyed this project. When I get projects like this in short bursts and you give me the right tone, you give me the right production, you give me really great rapping performances. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I like to hear right here. And
Mhm.
the production was varied enough to where I didn't feel like I was listening to the same song over and over, which is one of my problems with Griselda projects sometimes. But overall, Excelsior by Benny the Butcher, highly recommend it. You guys need to check it out and listen to it. This was a really dope EP. I was pleasantly surprised with this. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's about it for my thoughts on this.
Yeah. Hey, yo. Y'all check this out, man. It was really dope. Like Benny,
Mhm.
like I said, he kind of feeling like old Benny to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he had spurts in that moment with the Summertime Butch to me. Like I didn't really rock with it as much, but it was some songs that I'm like, all right, I rock with this. But nah, and then him with 38 Special, I really loved that project last year. And I don't know for some reason, I didn't look at the features and I forgot who it was, but I think it was track 7, the first guy that rapped on the feature track. He sounded like 38 Special to me at first.
Mhm.
Then as he kept going, I'm like, okay, that's not 38. I had to look at
Mhm.
the phone. But
Yeah,
the
to
yeah,
see.
and I was like, oh, that's not 38. But anyways, really dope project from Benny, bro. Seven tracks, something light. He gonna drop something full length this year as well. No pause
Mhm.
on that.
I
But
was about to say, yeah, you need to pause on that.
but
Definitely
yeah,
need to
B,
pause on
what you listen to, man?
I guess the first thing I'll get into is a single, Feel No Ways, the Yeat mix. I'm pretty sure you heard some of this,
Let's
right, B?
I listened to it three times.
I listen to it like every day since it came out.
B,
I know
I
you
gotta
don't like it, B. I'm not gonna lie though. Yeet. I can't say I was unfamiliar with your game, but I was unfamiliar with what you was gonna do with this because when the Coachella performance of this came out first, I was like, okay, I enjoy this. I understand. As a big Drake fan myself, I would do the same thing as an artist, do a little cover type action. Then when the video got previewed on Twitter before the song dropped, I'm like, woo, this sounds rough. I'm like, please keep this. And you guys know if you are a returning viewer of the channel, I love Yeet. I was like, this ain't it. But when the actual music, the song version came out, and then it was a re like mixed version, not remixed, but a remixed version of the song. I was like, all right, this sounds better. It's not great, but it sounds a lot better than what it was on that video preview. Overall, for me, I love this Drake song. This is one of my favorite Drake songs. I like Yeet. This felt like it wasn't enough Yeet isms on there. Like, yes, Yeet has his things where he's doing a little like the little ad libs and little screams and little noises, like he's Donnie from the Wild Thornberries. He has those little ad libs and noises he has in the background. But Yeet, I like this because, like I said, I like the song, but it's like Yeet's personality wasn't. He was very tame and safe on here. That's the thing. Even though the version that the video version that got previewed on Twitter before, that was more in Yeat's bag personality wise, but that didn't sound good. So I'm like, was it better for him to go to Safeway, or should he have like actually led with his personality a bit more like he did in that video preview? I don't know. B, I want to hear your thoughts on this.
So I listened to this 3 times, right? First time I listened to it, I was like, this ass. Second time I listened to it more of a, like an unbiased ear because I love the Drake Feel Away as well as one of my favorite songs by Drake. And I listened to it and I echo what you said when it comes to it wasn't much Yeatism. I wish he would have kind of flipped it in a way. Even like
Hmm.
switch the beat, add some bell to it. You know, y'all should
Hmm.
have sampled it or some add, do something like that. So I was like, dang. So I'm like, but overall, I'm like, I love this song. He pretty much did the lyrics is the same. Ad libs is just different. His little
Hmm.
whatever. So I was like,
Hmm.
you know what? Gotta play it for the lady. I like my if I play this for my wife, she don't really care for Drake, but she likes this song. I'm like, let me listen. Let me play it for her, bro. We listen to it. This girl said she liked this song better than the Drake version.
Oh, okay. I
I
can't
was
agree
like,
with that. I
I
can't
said,
agree with
hey, bro,
that.
I almost we was driving. You know, I was going by 80 miles per hour. I almost kicked out. You know what I'm saying? I was, I was like, yo,
B, you know I'm a Yee Glazer.
bro,
I'm also a Drake Glazer. I'm not going that far.
bro. My wife has some of the worst takes ever. No, I swear, bro. She probably get burnt at the stake if she was back in that time. You know what I mean? She be saying some wild stuff. I'm like, how did your mind come to that? Hey,
Hmm.
but nah, bros. But nah. Overall, I just said it's okay. After I listened to it 3 times, I was like, it's okay because it's just a cover. And his ad libs is just a little different. And
Hmm.
young Twizzy feel away. You know, he can't say young nigga. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
yeah, of course
because
not. I mean, you
he
sure,
ain't no
B?
he ain't no
You sure?
Negro.
I thought B,
No,
we've had this conversation about a year ago when we first started the show that if he said the N word, we let it slide. That's what
no,
you
I
told
didn't say
me.
that. No, you said that. You said that. I remember that short we had a little traction back then. That
Uh,
too. That but
the
yeah, bro.
Yeats Feel No Ways, as a cover, it's cool. I guess like when it comes to like doing covers, generally speaking, what covers used to do back then, you should show that singer's like personality, but also their singing capabilities. Yeat isn't talented vocally. So it's like doing a song like this where you're not singing and it's a rap song that you more so, a melodic rap song that you're more so covering. I don't know. It's just a weird thing that we really don't see nowadays. Like we see interpolations, yes, but we never see like a full rap cover. So this was like the
Mhm.
first time experiencing this. I'm just like, this is different. This is unique, but it's I guess the best person to do this, I guess, would be a Yeat, someone that Drake has co-signed in the past and has collaborated with. So that was very interesting that Yeat chose to cover this and Drake gave the okay with this. I don't know.
Mhm.
But yeah. Y'all let us know what
Yeah.
y'all think about Yeat's Feel No Ways down in the comment section down below. But what's the next thing you listen to?
All right. I'm gonna go with a project on this one because I was gonna hit a single, but I sent this to you. I sent you a track off the album, the mixtape or whatever. But hey, Belly Gang Cushington, you know what I'm saying?
I was supposed to listen to this, but I forgot. It was the one with the Be Easy Ti flip, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah. I
I heard
sent
that
that
flip
to
and I was
you.
like, is this a Ti flip? But
Yeah,
then
the
I realized that
75,
was B. Mhm.
75 on 75. Overall, man, I think this was a really cool project. You know, he
Mhm.
has a lot of that southern, that old trap feel too, especially Atlanta, and it brings you back a little bit. You know, you feel a little Jeezyism in there, also the Ti flip. But he did one thing on here, B. I really want you to listen to. I want to know what you think about it. But he did a flip of "Sorry Mama" by Eminem,
Mhm.
and I don't know, it didn't hit for me.
It was
But
cringe.
I don't want to say it's cringe because this is he dealing with something personal he's talking about with his mother, you know what I'm saying? So I
But
never
it could
want to
still be
talk about
cringe. The
I'm not saying
execution
this.
was the
No,
execution
no.
cringe.
That's what I'm trying to get into. The subject matter wasn't cringe. The execution of it was a big cringe, but that's the only kind of like hiccup when it comes to like what he was going for a track. That kind of like you probably shouldn't have went there, but I understand sometimes you gotta experiment, try some different things. So I also give him a little props for it. But you need you need to leave is probably my favorite track on here. I don't want to go by track. Just want to give people a summary of how I felt. But I think it was cool, B. I think he has one in him. I think he has something in him that he can put out like a little trap banger. Cause he got some stuff in here and he has that voice and he kind of bring you back, bro. He I almost grabbed the pot, you know what I'm saying? I almost grabbed the pot.
This boy, a whole family man talking about still grabbing the pot. Sir, you need to
Hey,
grab that job application. That's what you need to grab.
hey man, I almost grabbed the pot, man. But hey, if any of you guys like old, like Southern, oh, not old, but I mean like that '06 feel of the Atlanta soul, the Atlanta trap music, the trap, the South how it feels, bro. It brings you back a little bit. It's kind of like a little time machine, a little bit with a little modern flavor to it. Benny Cushington, Belly Gang, Cushington. I was gonna say Billy. The streets is yours. You know what I'm saying? So check it out, man. He got some stuff in here. He talking that talk, man. He get a little emotional, you know what I'm saying? Especially on that Sorry Mama track. But I want B, I gotta let you, you gotta hear that joint. You gotta hear it. But yeah, shout out Belly Gang.
All right, my next project, since we gonna be in this realm, I listened to Key Glock's newest album, Glockaveli.
B, same. I'm here too. What's
Oh,
up?
you here too? Oh, dang, we doing
Yeah.
multiple reviews this week, I guess. Huh? B, I went into this. I'm not gonna lie, my expectations were low, and they were right to be set low because I got exactly what I thought I was going to get on this project, and I can't say like, oh, he exceeded my expectations or anything like that. It's a cool trap album, but I think the problem with it for me is that to me, Key Glock doesn't have enough personality. He doesn't have enough charisma to hold this long of a project over 18 songs. He's doing the exact same flow almost every single song. He's rapping about the same stuff every single song. And my thing is this, it's a trap album. I know you're gonna rap about the same stuff, but it's all about, are you making good songs? Does one song sound like the other song too much? A lot of that happened with me to where it was like, this is blending in too much. Now, the first 5 to 6 tracks and some tracks scattered throughout this project, I enjoyed them, but would I go back to them is the real question. And I gotta say no. Like the only song I really, really enjoyed off of this project has to be the DJ Paul produced one, 3 a.m. in Tokyo. I enjoyed that because DJ Paul's production, I am glad that he got some type of 3-6 reminiscent production to go over. But overall, for me, I'm a trap aficionado. I already knew I wasn't gonna really like this because I always saw Key Glock as the Robin to Young Dolph's Batman. And to me, he's always been in that Young Dolph shadow, but he's done enough to stand out to where he's upgraded to Nightwing to a lot of people. For me, I still look at him as that Robin to where I'm like, you not yet Nightwing yet because while this is quality produced, a lot of these sound like Key Glock type beats and he rapped over them. Like I said, same flows almost every song. Each song sounds similar to another. I did like the sample that they used in Stay Fly from 3 6 Mafia. He used it on here, but also I heard that done again last year with Big X the Plug. So I'm just like, no one's ever utilizing the sample in a better way than what 3 6 did on Stay Fly. And so I'm just like, this is an overused and too easy of a sample to where it's like, when you hear it, you think of Stay Fly. And I get it, you want to pay homage to the sample and 3 6, but it's like, it just don't hit for me. And I also don't get the theme of Glockaveli. Like, yes, every now and then he alludes to Young Dolph and, saying stuff like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be here in Young Dolph's place or, like, always remembering him or whatever. But I guess none of it just really hit for me. B, when I think of like great trap albums, Culture by the Migos, Future's DS2, uh, Gucci Man has some mixtapes here and there, and some of them are quality, but it's like, this just doesn't hit for me. I've seen a lot of people on hip hop Twitter hyping this up, and I'm like, do I gotta give y'all the quality trap tunes? Because it's like, I don't think
Mhm.
y'all really know what the quality trap tunes is. Like, this quality sounding, yeah, it sounds quality, but overall, it's very repetitive. I don't know, B. Go ahead. I'm done cooking. Go ahead, B. I gotta hear your
Yeah,
thoughts.
B, you pretty much cook, B. I'm just gonna add a little dessert on the side of it. But yeah, look, when you said Big X the plug, I think I have the same critique you had on him last year because
Mhm.
it was it last year? Because it's the
Yeah, it
same
was last
formula.
year. Hmm.
I got a soul sample. I'm gonna flip it in the beginning, boom, drop the beat. It's pretty much what Key Glock did on most of production. Yeah,
Hmm.
shout, he did the Badu sample, he sampled like you said, the Stay Fly, all this type of stuff. I'm like, yo, I already know what's gonna happen. The flows, it's the same. This flow I fell in love with on Russian Cream, it's the same. Like I never listened to a full Key Glock project. You know what I'm saying? I like him in spurts. Like in certain tracks,
Hmm.
I'm like, I'm cool with that. But listen to a full project of this, it was like the same thing. Yes, production, like you said, it's cool. You're doing little flips, but other than that, it's like, what else I'm getting from this? Subject matter the same. It was no, it was no variety. And
Hmm.
sometimes that can't. It's crazy because it could be a pro and a con. And I know that people will be like, okay, well, what do you expect the artist to do? Every artist don't have to do. I know, but I have to find a way to enjoy the music. I gotta enjoy it. And this was my problem with it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So when you said the 3-6 joint, that was I mean DJ Paul produced track. That was a track that stood out to me. It wasn't
Hmm.
my favorite, but it stood out to me from production wise. I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
I heard DJ Paul a little ad lib in the beginning. I'm like, okay, it's different. But then he had these bonus tracks on here. It was too. You listen to the bonus track joints, the 21 tracks.
I listened to the 18. I was good with the 18. I'm glad I didn't go further than that.
I listened to the whole 21 B, and I'm like, dang, why did I do that? It's and I'm not being mean or nothing, but
Hmm.
it was just the same. It was just the same thing, bro. And but RP Dolph, Key Glock, like
Yeah.
I like you in spurts. Like Russian Cream is the song that kind of put me on to him, and it's crazy how that's a really dope song, but it's like it felt like he's just not saying he's trying to recreate it, but it's like the flow is still the same. It's like where is the growth in the rapper? Like
Hmm.
where's the technical? Like, come on, switch it up a little bit. Even Gucci, you know, I have my critiques on Gucci, but we talked about how Gucci would do some other things as a
Hmm.
rapper in the trap field. You know what I'm saying? So and like, come on, he led he you know he kind of paid the foundation for you guys. So even Future getting different bags. You got different trap artists that actually do different things. I feel like Key Glock is and Big X to plug them. They kind of stay like D-Lo, all them kind of guys. They even though I know D-Lo is not fully like trap like how this is,
Hmm.
but it's still like that same old samey flow. It's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of thing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
very formulaic, very
Yeah,
formulaic. And
yeah.
that's what makes this project really boring to me. Like I said, when I'm comparing great trap projects, Future's DS2, Migos Culture, great
Mm.
songs, lots of bangers, different flows, lots of personality in those songs. Just a very fun time and high playability. These right here, I'm just like, it just falls flat to me. And I don't like that
He,
B.
if he made this shorter, he could have got a better review out of me, or like I probably would have got a better listen if it was a shorter project because 18 to 21 tracks plus plus the bonus tracks,
Hmm.
it can be like it could just be like redundant,
Hmm.
like dang, bro, like
I gotta echo my sentiments from last week's episode. I told you this is the type of album where if I'm playing this in the car and I gotta get out the car real quick, I don't pause the music. I just let it keep going. I'm not missing anything. It's the
B.
same thing.
I can give you a personal experience with the album. I'm
Hmm.
working. I had my headphones on. I had a customer come up to me. They was looking for something. B. I just went like this. Music still playing here. I'm like, okay, yeah, I
Hmm.
get that for you. I got you.
Hmm.
Like, I don't have to. Usually, I pause when I'm listening to an album if they come up to me.
Hmm.
I'm trying to get this out the way. You know what I'm saying? You know, you
Facts,
just,
facts.
hey, I'm trying to get that runtime. Like, okay, what he's like, okay, it's the same stuff. It's like it's nothing that I caught from this album. Like, dang, that was really powerful. Like, oh, he said, oh, that stuck out to me. Oh, this bar, no, nothing really stuck to me. It didn't stick. My
Hmm.
bad. I don't know. I'm sorry, Key
Yeah.
Glock. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I mean, like I said, I just hate when hip hop Twitter, they don't know good trap. I'm just like, what are we talking about right now? Like, no.
To
Like
my Joey B. I saw
Joey,
you know the
Dobson,
but you saw Joey's you saw
Russ. Shout out to the
Joey's
boy Russ. But no, I didn't see Joey stuff. What did he say?
I gotta go to it, but he was just like, man, so bro, I'm gonna go to it. I might read it at the end of the at the end of the episode, B, if I
You gonna
find
read
it
at the
real
end of the
quick.
episode?
If I find
Okay.
it. If I
All
find
right,
it.
man. But yeah, Key Glocks, Glockaveli. Uh, this wasn't it for me personally. But I mean, I could kind of see why people would like this. But y'all let us know what y'all think about this down in the comment section down below. B, you got another project or song?
I have a song I want to talk about. I know this kind of gonna be a little lengthy. We'll be jamming because we kind of doing little mini reviews, but I'm pretty sure you didn't listen to the Summer Walker track.
I forgot. I've been so busy this weekend, B.
I listened to it today, and she put out like three versions. Let me make sure I get the
Again?
versions right real quick.
Look, B, you hear
Yeah,
me? Again? She did that with Heart of a Woman, Summer.
yeah,
And did you see I seen that she put a website up today for how where's the album or whatever it is.com. And
yeah.
basically it shows you how many days it's been since the last album. It was like 1,277
hmm
and 77. And they got the days, the actual hours and stuff like that. And I'm just like, Summer, if you don't drop that goddamn album.
She better drop it soon. But the single is called "Spend It," and she has "Spend It." just the regular version that she's putting out, and she has the Diamonds and Pearls version, which the Diamonds and Pearl version I think is a little it's more like I feel like a softer type of vibe for the song. And then the Rent is Due version is kind of like a sped up version, pretty much. The beat,
Oh,
I
the
to be
rent is due.
yeah, the Rent is Due. So to be honest, it has more of a like if even though the original version it's a radio friendly track. But for some reason, the Rent is Due version seems like it's a more, even though it's kind of sped up, it feel like it'd be played on the radio more. I thought the song was pretty cool. The subject matter is like, she don't want your heart, she wants your black heart, pretty much like, you hurt me now, spend this money type of thing. I kind of like, I know you like Summer too. I love Summer
Mhm.
Walker, but it's a cool track, B. I'm ready for the album, like you said. I need to hear all this together. I want to know what you're cooking. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You got some yams over here, but I need the
Mhm.
meat. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
need the meat. No pause. I need the meat. I need yeah, I need the full bill. You know what I mean? Hold on, hold on, hold
Come on, man. What is this show turning into? We need to start putting the and right in between the B and the C because of you.
on. And before I have one. I will listen to some music, but I have one more track that I listen to. Khamari. I don't know if you ever listened to Khamari. I talked about him before. I talked about like one of his albums on here. He's pretty much like a Frank Ocean like clone.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about
Yeah,
this dude.
yeah. He put out a song called "Head in a Jar," which I enjoy. Like if you have a Frank Ocean fix you missing, you go to
Mhm.
this man right here. He'll fill that for you. You know what I'm saying? He'll fill that hole that's in your heart for Frank Ocean. He'll fill it up real nicely. But one thing about Kamari, like he's good, but I think he do need something that could get him out of this Frank Ocean type of
Make him
child.
stand out more,
He need to stand out more
have
because
his own
vocally,
style.
yeah, because vocally, he's like him and Frank Ocean kind of like in the same boat. Like,
Hmm.
he's not impressing you more vocally, in my opinion.
Hmm.
He seems more of a somber guy. I think the only thing different he's not straight. I mean, he's straight. He's not gay. I'm trying to think of something different. He box. I think he a boxer. He look a little fit. You know what I mean? But like musically, I'm thinking of outside the music. But like musically, I'm trying to find something that can make him stand apart. Like, well, okay, what I can go to Kamari for that I can't get from Frank Ocean. You know what I'm saying? Because when Frank Ocean come out, not saying you're not gonna have no listeners, but when Frank fill that hole that you've been missing from Frank, that's what you got. You know what I'm saying? No pause.
Talking about Franks, talking about holes is crazy on this show.
It's the BBC, B. Come on.
No, no. What did Penny say? B, B, and C.
It, it
God
it
dang.
all comes back to the BBC, man. Come on. Everything.
But yeah, I keep forgetting to listen to this dude, man. I don't know why.
Check him out, bro. Check him out. I don't think he'll be like somebody you'll like, to be honest, like love. Because I don't think you ain't even big to Frank Ocean like that, right?
I like Frank enough, but I don't get the hype behind Frank,
Yeah.
especially
Because
as an R&B artist.
you're not a blonde Frank fan like that either, right?
I'm a Channel Orange Frank fan. I
Yeah.
got Blonde on vinyl, but I'm a
Yeah.
Channel Orange Nostalgia Ultra Frank
Hmm.
fan. But I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Blonde too. Blonde is cool. It's just I
Yeah.
never saw like this super duper hype around Blonde. Like I thought it was an enjoyable album, but the lengths that people go to for that album, I'm like, I didn't
Do,
get that, but
do you remember what we was when Blind dropped? Do you remember that day?
I think I remember because wasn't
We,
it when he had that show on Apple Music and all that type of stuff?
we was me and you was at the mall, B.
Uh-huh.
And I remember looking at my phone on Twitter and seeing that Frank Pizza dropped something. And I was like, yo, B, I gotta go. I remember like I bought a backpack. I remember we was at the we was in what's the mall in Arlington? What's the mall called? North is it
Parks.
Parks? We was in Parks Mall, bro. I remember, bro. And I was like, yo, B, you gotta get me home, B. I remember, bro. I remember that day, bro. I swear. I remember I bought a
Um,
backpack. I remember I bought a backpack that day. But yeah, but Kamar,
I
he's cool.
feel
If
it.
y'all want to check him out, y'all check him out. He can fill that hole for you.
Pause. Uh, that was it for you, B? Or you still got more?
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Fine. I'm about to do some quick hits then. I
Mm.
forgot to talk about this last episode, but I listened to Amir Obi's latest project, Looking for the Nearest Exit for me. This feels like a return to form. He's in that atmospheric, moody, melodic bag that I really like for Amir Obi to do. He was doing it on this. I enjoy it. I'm an Amir Obi fan. I need more music now, but I need to replay this a
Mhm.
little bit more because I gotta let this sit and marinate. Speaking of
Mhm.
trap albums, though, that we was listening to, I gotta listen to the Godfather of Trap himself. Listen to his debut album this week, Gucci Man's Trap House.
Mhm.
Woo! As an artist and as a MC rapper, he has grown a lot from this project. Because some of this, I'm like, oh, some of the producers he had up from here, like Zaytoven, I'm like, oh, oh, I don't remember this in the highest of regards. But I mean, looking back at this, and then like I said, right after this, I went back to greatest of all trappers. I'm like, Gucci became a way better rapper. He's exhibiting way better flows. He's on the beat better. He has way more confidence. Sometimes when you hear Gucci on this, you can just tell he just went in the studio. He just starts saying whatever. I'm just like, all right, dog. Like, what are we doing right here? But songs like So Icy, the song like Black Tea or whatever, jams. He got some jams on here, but woo, this feels dated, especially for an older trap album like this. And Gucci was just he wasn't Gucci. Like
Mhm.
even the jump from Trap House to Back to the Trap House was such a huge jump in who Gucci was and how he was rapping and his rapping ability in general, and him being able to make songs. I'm like, this is a way better, way more reformed Gucci itself. But yeah, going back to the Trap
I
House. Ugh.
I remember when Trey brought that to he brought that album to school, bro. I think in middle school, bro. Had it on the CD player. And we was bumping it in the PE in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you know, got that. I'm so icy. We was in that,
Jam.
bro. I remember, bro, 'cause we was sharing the little headphones. I'm like, yo, bro, let me listen to it. Let me listen to it. Yeah, I remember, bro. Memories, bro, like Gucci, bro. Oh man,
Oh,
that early Gucci days. Even though a
mhm.
lot of that stuff wasn't mixed, if you go back to it, it was like it was just like they were just putting out music, boy. It sound crazy. It was like Gucci was like, "Hey, put it out." Like, Will need no engineer.
Hey, I can tell he was one of them type of Negroes. He probably got what is that app that we have for audio? He probably went in that app. He just got the MP3, not the stems or anything like that.
We talking
He
about the
just put
old
his
one,
vocal
Audacity.
Audacity. That's what it is. He probably put the MP3 in there, recorded his vocals. He just called it a day. What are you
Facts,
doing right now?
facts, bro.
But yeah,
Facts.
went to listen to Gucci's Trap House. But if we want to get some more laughs off, I listened to Logic's new Rage song. It's a fee. I watched the music video for it too.
It's out. I didn't even
Hmm.
know that. B. I didn't even know. B. What you think?
I should have charged him a fee to listen to that. That was one of the worst Rage songs I've ever heard in my life. That music video was trash. The rapping was trash. The song was trash. The beat was trash. It's like he's trying to colonize the Rage sound. B, I don't like this. B,
Hey, bro is trying to go into different worlds. B. He's traveling. Remember, he
hey,
go. What's that guy name with his whole little incredible story? Come on, bro. He's a
I forgot
time
his
traveler.
name, but
B.
the
He's a
worst part is, I guess the cover of it, it says side quest on there, and he has like Dragon's Quest, like he has a Dragon's Quest outfit on. I'm just like, stop being disrespectful to so many people right now. Just stop it. What are we
bro,
doing right now, B?
bro.
B, I see
Logic,
people in the comments say like, why did this get more promotion than Ultra 85?
bro. Logic is so corny, bro. Like every day, this man right here wakes up and he says side quest. He wakes up and like, I want to live somebody else's life because I don't even want to be. Nah, let me stop. Let me stop. That's being really mean.
Is that the logic
Let
in
me
them,
be.
B?
That's the logic in him, B. That's the logic in him. But I'm gonna chill because I was finna get really disrespectful. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna relax.
Hey, B, we never know who's watching, so hey, we
You
never
never
know.
know.
Never know. I guess the last thing I could talk about, Forbats, he dropped a little EP called Since Y'all Say I Don't Drop Enough, which I mean, I don't think you do. He dropped two songs, a little two pack. You know, he's recently dating Anicia, one of my sworn enemies on the show. Um, it's cool. If you like Forbats' style, you'll like these songs, but he doesn't drop enough. You need to drop another project like you did last year. You only
Mhm.
gave us like what, 7 songs? You need to drop another one. You don't need to drop a two pack. But in my Spotify algorithm and all my R&B mixes and stuff like that, they usually play me some Forbat songs that I haven't heard or that I'm, now I'm used to hearing it because they be playing them. But yeah, I mean, Forbats has a style about him. It's very generic, especially for him. If you like it, then you'll enjoy the songs. But if you don't, then this isn't gonna win you over. I'm gonna be real with you.
Remember like when we did the review of his EP or whatever, we talked about how if he's not going to put out a project, he needs to be somewhere
Hmm.
features. He
Hmm.
need to be in our faces because he was one of those guys that could be, coined as a one-hit wonder, and you have this hot viral track and like you seem more mysterious. You had Drake popping up, you have the Kanye stuff, and then now it's just like, who are you? Like you don't
Hmm.
have that same uh you don't have that same steam. It's just so crazy how things can just go down from here. Like you're not saying like it's over for him, but it's closer to over than me and to being on because bro, you gotta stay in our faces somehow even when it comes to it could be bad publicity. I know you're in a relationship right now, but like you have to be current because that's the society we in right now. Like we in that type of space. Like if let's say me and you we work outside of YouTube and we do other things that picture if we was some guys didn't work and then like we just going in on like content creation. I feel like we want to be like we already do the daily uploads. Picture if it was just this B, nothing else. Just we
Just
had
the
to do
show,
this.
just
That's what I'm saying. Like we gonna
oh,
be
oh yeah,
putting
yeah.
out, we're gonna be producing more stuff. Like your
Hmm.
your brain already be going. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's like I'm saying, like him being who he is, he has to understand he has to do that, bro. And I don't know.
Yeah. And it got me thinking of a topic that we could talk about later on how like one hit wonders don't exist anymore in today's day and age compared to back then because they have
Right.
social media. But the worst part about Forbats is that he's not an Ice Spice. He's not a light skinned big booty girl that you could flaunt your butt
Mm-mm.
off or your looks off, and
Mm-mm.
that could get you by for a while. And you could be a meme, like being made fun of. But the only gimmick for you was you had the super light pitched voice, which you probably used auto tune on. There's no disrespect, you probably did use auto tune on,
Mm-hmm.
and you was a guy that was singing in the hood that was very unexpected image wise and the content that you were thinking about. And you near the hometown, so we got to
Yeah.
support. But
Right.
besides that, it's like, what are you bringing?
Yeah.
Are you just a gimmicky like singer? Like I know he has a song with I think Jeremiah, a song with Lil Baby,
Mm-hmm.
a song with Usher, and also Usher working with him. Not to a bad thing, but it also goes against what Usher was saying about T Pain using auto tune. But you're working with someone that's using auto tune. I don't know. It's
Mm-hmm.
very strange territory, and I see him more talked about with his relationship with Anicia, my sworn enemy, than him. And so I'm just like, four bats, get it together,
Mm-hmm.
please get it together.
And I know he's young, so he also got, like you said, the gimmick. Like you gotta make your step another way, bro. Because the whole mysterious and being this hood guy that has this light voice, like you said, with the affection, auto tune or whatever, is gone now. Like you're not impressing nobody. I didn't see nobody talking about this. I actually forgot this came out.
Mhm. I
Nothing.
didn't see anyone talking about it at all. It popped up on my thing because I follow him on Spotify. So,
Yeah. Only time I thought about it is when I walked into work this morning and one of my coworkers was playing it on the bigs because
mm,
he likes to play like slower music in the mornings.
mhm,
So but that's
understandable.
it.
But yeah, four bats. You don't drop enough, and I think he was responding to us saying that on the show about his album review. I don't know. But yeah, you don't drop enough. You need to drop more. And I think that's about it for what we've been jamming. Yeah, I think that's about it, B.
Hmm.
I think I feel satisfied for now. But
Hmm.
yeah, let us know what y'all been jamming down in the comment section down below. Today's episode was a bit longer than usual, but y'all know that we gonna clip up them reviews though for the show. But
Yes,
yeah, y'all let us know
sir.
what y'all been jamming down in the comment section down below.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.